G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for part 2 of my Aether Spellbinder playthrough. In between episodes, I went ahead and I crafted 2 additional Wrathstones on top of all the things we did at the end of Act 1, and I also just did a quick run through here to get another round of Aether Crystals, so I picked up, looks like another 13. Now, the first thing I'm going to do here, and if you're playing along, I recommend doing the same, is we are going to go and kill Warden Krieg again. And the reason why is because his mace can be dual-wielded, and putting one in your offhand will give you an extra skeleton and plus 3 skill levels. And also, since the one I have right now is not fully converting physical to Aether, I kind of want a better one. But not just a better one, I want another one. So, as I said, I'm going to dual-wield them, and I definitely recommend doing that if you are playing along. So, a little bit of a walkthrough here, but we'll get to do the Warden fight again. I think I covered it pretty well in the last episode, but yeah, the basic idea is just run circles around him and resummon things, and you can kill him pretty easily that way. You can also, you know, go full autistic and really try hard with the pet micro, but honestly, it's kind of, I mean, it'll probably speed it up a little bit, but you don't need to go that kind of silly about it. Alright, everybody get in, get through the doors, there we go. Now what I am going to do is resummon my army here. We'll probably have to kill a few things. And I do have level 19 skill points to spend as well. I just hit level 19 while I was doing that quick little run to get the Aether Crystals. And the basic idea is... where are we, actually? Oh, Will of the Crypt. Okay, this is going to add flat damage to us, and we were standing in the group there. Definitely want that. So 8 vitality damage added to every attack that my skeletons do. This is only skeletons, but 8 vitality damage for the Skelly Boys is pretty good. Unfortunately, I put skill points into a skeleton-related skill, so now we have to resummon them all, and it's 3 at a time, unfortunately. When you're doing Aether conversion, unlike the fire conversion, the Warden's Judgment doesn't let you summon any additional skeletons, but it does give you +1 summon limit. So if we were doing fire, we would not get the additional skeleton as a limit, but we would be able to summon them a little more quickly. We're not doing that, however, so let's just go ahead and murder Krieg one more time. So once again, first form, you can just stand in his face and blow him up. And second form, run around in circles, resummon things, and he'll die pretty quickly. Now if I was already level 20, this would go incredibly fast, because I would quite literally have a massive Aether damage buff for these skeletons, and they would tear him to pieces. Unfortunately, I didn't quite get there, so we get to play Ring Around the Rosie for a little bit longer. I think he hit me with that one. That's alright, we can eat a few. Okay, so we've got Overlords of Spines here. This one has 18% physical resistance, which means that is going on immediately. When I'm looking at the Warden's Fortress here, the only thing I care about is the physical resistance percentage. The rest of it is just kind of nice to have. The of spines there, literally worthless, but extra physical resistance, very, very nice. We'll pick up the rest of this. Now, Wraithbound is a pet prefix, and this one does have 100% conversion to Aether for the pets. So yeah, I'm absolutely going to be using this one. The alacrity is neither here nor there, but there we go. All of the skeletons just died. Okay, we are pretty much done here. I already spent my level 19 stuff, so let's just head back to town. I'm going to sell that old shield, and I'm going to make sure I keep the Warden's weapon. So I want this one, and I also want this one. I want to keep both. We won't be able to dual wield them until after we kill Cronley, I think. But by that point, having the extra body, not to mention the extra physical resistance on the skeletons, will help a lot. But before we get to Cronley, we have to kill his lackeys and go through the desert section here. So we are now officially Aether pets. 100% of pet physical damage is being converted to Aether, and we should have 10 of these now. Maybe 9. No, 9 because I'm only... Yeah, I don't have dual wielding yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. One thing that's going to be really fun here when we get a level up is that I get to put the Wrathstones on my weapon and my shield and watch as the damage from the skeletons goes a little bit silly. Alright. Let's eat that. Zealot's Gauntlets I probably will end up using. Anything with resistances is usually going to be worth using over something that doesn't have resistances. This is incredibly rare and also incredibly useful. I'm going to hang on to both of those as well. In terms of Milton's Cask, you kind of don't need it after Act 1. This one I'm going to hang on to for the Aether resistance, but don't really need it so much anymore. So I'll swap that one out. I am going to keep this, like I said. Probably should go and get another... We'll see if I can make one. If I can make an anti-venom salve, I'll keep the helmet, and if I can't, then I'll break the helmet for another anti-venom salve here. Should be okay, though. So, anti-venom salve. Okay, last one. There we go. Having only 30% poison resistance kind of makes me a little bit nervous, so I'm going to leave that there. Also, as long as we're in the area, we may as well talk to Mornay here. Since we've killed Shanks there, he'll give us some XP. And that's level 20, which means we get these. So, Wrathstones, if you can't afford to make this, you'll have to go back to Warden's laboratory and get some Aether Crystals. These go on your weapon, they also go on your shield. They're going to give the player a small Aether damage boost and some flat Aether damage, which at the moment is kind of worthless. But the aura that it gives you, bonus to all pets, 8 Aether damage, plus 75% Aether damage, and, I mean, the retaliation technically exists. We absolutely want to get that for our pets, and do I want this? I think I do. Yeah, I don't think I need the spirit, do I? Nope, okay. And I'm going to melt those gloves as well. There we go. So the pets themselves just got 150% increased damage on all of the Aether damage they do. So all that physical damage they were doing that we've converted to Aether, we just boosted that by a whole bunch. We added a pile of flat Aether damage as well. So our skeletons should be absolutely tearing things up now. It's kind of hard to tell. The meteors are still doing fire damage, so all the fire and vitality damage that these pets were doing, they're still doing that. That's not being converted. But all the physical is now Aether. Now I'm running around the back here because the main door here was blocked, but I do want to talk to Stephen Skinner, which is not at all a weird name. Especially not on a man who's trapped his family inside and is about to burn the place down. To fix the Skinner problem here, put your mouse at the bottom of this top option and just click a lot. And there we go. We talked him out of setting the house on fire. We sent him and his family back to Devil's Crossing. And we can go back there in a little bit and get ourselves some XP and a ring. Now, I did kind of get a little bit in front of myself here. And I need to unsummon and resummon all my skeletons again because I want to put more points into Will of the Crypt here. More flat vitality damage. Very hard to say no to. Let's just get rid of this Venom Wing Stinger and then go ahead and do it. There we go. I also didn't go into Forgotten Gods just yet. Which I should do because I do want a movement skill. A movement rune. And getting one of those is kind of high priority. I'll just push forward to the next rift and then we'll head back to town and go into Forgotten Gods to get a movement rune. Before we get there though, obviously, Desecrated Shrine here. definitely need more devotion points. Alright, here we go. Only the one hero. I wonder if they've changed these, because everywhere I used to get 3, I'm now getting 1 or 2. Probably not been changed, and I'm just getting lucky or unlucky, depending on how you look at it. But, yeah. Another point into Sailor's Guide here. Obviously, I want the movement speed, but I also do want the physical resistance here, so that's all really nice stuff. This cave now is pretty much done. There is one more thing I want to do here. I think we can actually hit him from down here. No? No. Okay, never mind. I know you can kill him from down below if you have something like Trojan Sky Shard or something like that, but apparently the pets don't want to launch the meteors. That's fine, I didn't want them to kill him anyway. I'm gonna go do it myself. I'm gonna unsummon them, ungrateful little skeletons. No, I'm definitely not doing that. Barros Radlith is a bit of a tank. Most of my damage is in the pets. Actually, pretty much all of my damage is in the pets. Probably like 1 or 2% in Bone Harvest. So Barros Radlith here. I'm just going to tank him if he feels the need to do that. As long as you can keep him on this pile of Aether goop, that will continue adding up for damage, and we'll just watch him kind of melt a little bit. He did kill my Teddy Bear though. Yep, and he's killed a lot of the skellies too. Down to 1 skeleton remaining. I think it was that Nova. Pretty sure that's what did it. That's fine. Down he goes. Okay, so Frostborn Spectral Longsword would be really nice for a certain Reaper that I'm also playing, but we don't share loot here, so too bad, so sad. Keep the army coming back. If we were actually planning on playing pets full-time, the skeletons here would be a decent bit tankier, because I would have taken the Shepherd's Crook, and they get more health there, elemental resist, health and DA, so they would have been considerably tankier. But we're not planning on playing skeletons or pets long-term, so taking the Shepherd's Crook is not the best idea when we won't be able to use it for much longer anyway. Alright, let's head out this door here. We'll go and talk to Isaiah Redden. I do want that Ectoplasm. Ectoplasm is important for casters because of the energy regeneration, especially with an Albrecht's Aether Ray. Anything really. Anything using Albrecht's Aether Ray is going to burn through energy like you wouldn't believe. So we definitely want some Ectoplasms online. Probably kill a few more things. Pretty sure Ectoplasms only come from ghosts though, so probably none of, well, definitely none of this is going to drop it. Maybe some of the skellies can, but I'm pretty sure it's ghosts only. With that said though, Aether Crystals. I like Aether Crystals. I'm not sure if anyone's noticed, but just in case you hadn't, I do enjoy a good Aether Crystal. Alright, so Isaiah Redden. To always take the top option here, always. If you extort him, he will show up in Homestead. You will be able to buy stuff from him, but he will not sell you resistance potions. And if you kill him, well, he won't be in Homestead to sell you Aether potions, or resistance potions rather, if you kill him. So always take the top option there. If you accidentally misclick, then, well, good luck. Alright, so we made it this far. Let's just bounce back to Devil's Crossing. We'll go into Forgotten Gods and get the teleport or the rush, depending on which one you want. Either one is fine. I am going to probably do Soleil. None of the Witch Gods really have a huge amount of Aether type stuff, and we'll end up being super friendly with all 3 of them anyway, so I'm just going to do Soleil because I like the movement rune. We'll also, of course, run around and grab all of these lore notes because free XP. And while we're here, we may as well tell Kanatha here that we're here for the trials. I shouldn't have put a point in the in the Bone Harvest. I'm used to doing that because I needed a skill to bind Shepherd's Crook to. But when you're not using Shepherd's Crook, you don't really need a skill to bind it to. So I've just kind of got this nuke that does almost no damage, and I don't need it because I don't have anything bound to it. There is a Spirit Guide here, I think. That one? Yeah, we can take that point out. It doesn't really matter one way or the other. And don't forget to go into this little hidden door here. There is another lore note and a hidden spoils here. So we'll get some loot. There we go. Dreadlord's Chain Belt of Mending. Not bad, and if I wasn't using skeletons, I would seriously consider putting that on. I might even put that aside, actually. Let's go ahead and eat all of our XP books. Yeah, I think I'm going to put that aside. I may end up using that. Right, Windborn Greaves, absolutely. Chuck that on. The Nether Crown, I mean, yeah, it's actually not too bad. I do need the extra armor, so I'm going to chuck that on. And then these are also extra armor, and I don't really care about the conversion on these, so I'm going to put those on as well. Now, I didn't have anything on my boots, so I think I'm good there. About this ring. Nope, nope. Alright, we're good. Let's go downstairs here, and if the game could handle stairs, that'd be great. Go over here, grab this one. Go ahead and eat it. Nether Crown times 2, I guess. Maybe I'll grow a second head at some point. I can wear them both.
I could hear
Okay. Now, I'm going to talk to the Soleil guys because I happen to like the Via's Might style movement skill that they give me. If you're playing along and you don't like that one, or you prefer the teleport, or maybe you want, I think Bismail has like a Shadow Strike, just pick whichever one, it doesn't matter. I prefer the Emblem of the Charging Bull, so I'm going to grab a couple of those. And we may as well sell all of this stuff while we're here. I'm tempted by this belt as well. Obviously I can't wear it at the moment because I'm getting skill points for my skeletons out of the belt. But it would be nice. Okay, let's go ahead and unsummon all the skeletons for the second last time. We will have to do that one more time. And as long as I'm here... didn't put that on yet, did I? There we go. Movement skill, rush. Okay, now we can get some actual speed up. Right, any other skill points I want to unassign? I don't think so. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with that. Just chuck it in the bar for now. It's not going to be a big deal either way. Okay, got our 9 up again. 9 is fine. Let's head on out again. Actually, I have to get my components back. There's going to be a lot of this as well. Juggling components and all that sort of stuff is a decent-sized part of playing the game. I've got 2 Silk Swatches on this character, and I'm still only at 51% piercing. That is crazy. Alright, it is what it is, that's fine. So our mission now is to speak to these two. So we got Graven. Now, when I was playing certain other characters, I crafted a relic at the end of Act 1, and then I gave this guy his relic back. We are not doing that on this character. We absolutely need as much mana regeneration or energy regeneration as we can get. And the relic that we are going to steal has a very large amount of energy regeneration on it. So we are absolutely stealing that relic. I mean, you know, probably don't say it quite so loud, don't tell them, but yeah, we're going to nick it. Okay, Lawkeeper's Band, Elemental, Ring of Flame, okay, kind of don't care. Still, nice little ring there. Do I care? No, I don't think I do. I'm looking at the resistances on it, and then I'm looking at that resistant gold band of mending, and I'm thinking, maybe I care. You know what? I think I do care. This ring, 29 health regen a second is okay. It's pretty good. But having resistances capped is way more important. So if I can get some stuff with resistances on it instead, that would be ideal. Alright, let the boys take care of those. Definitely not using that. Taskmasters is pretty good. So Aether and Chaos Resistance, this would be very nice for when we get to Cronley, because the pets having Aether Resistance will mean they'll live a little bit longer. Bleeding Resist for me is quite literally one of the ones I just don't care about, though. So losing the Aether Vitality and the Elemental, well, the Elemental's fine. The Aether and the Vitality is not ideal, but I think I will chuck that on. And that's Chaos Res. I should probably hang on to that. Alright, let's go swap over our component again. And like I said, you will get tired of doing this, but it's better than dying, so just go ahead and do it anyway. There we go. Back into the caves. And you can see right here, there's some dynamite. Right next to that is an NPC who's decently tanky and actually does a lot of damage. So Nicholas Balthazar. We can maybe not stand over there and get beat down by him, but if we kind of kite him a little bit, I'm kind of hoping he'll trigger that the boot proc again, but it doesn't look like it. He might just die instead, which is also acceptable. Okay, so Balthazar's crest here of soul warding is not bad. That's going to give me Aether Res. Considering that my previous ribbon was basically just health and some regen, this one looks a decent bit better. +2 to Bone Harvest. Well, we don't have that anymore, but anyway. And then Void Harbinger here. Less armor, though. Yeah, I think we'll leave those for now, but probably will end up using the metal at the very least. So we'll kill these idiots off. We've got a couple more skellies to summon, and got some bees to kill. There's another royal jelly, so I'm up to 3 now, which means I don't have to go into the royal, or the beehive outside. So I'm going to skip that. If you don't get 3 royal jellies from in here, then you're going to have to go into the beehive to get them, because we need them for a quest. So actually, I probably should just go in there anyway. That's alright. Come out this way. There's a couple things to do here. The first one is just down here. You can see there the detonation site. That's the door we have to blow up, but more importantly, up this way, we have got a whole bunch of undead to kill, including this priest who really needs to die. There we go. And we also have a spirit totem. Now, I have died to this totem in the past. Anyone who's watched the Purifier playthrough got to see the after effects of that, but it should be fine with pets. So these ghouls, especially this one, Necrolask, I'm just going to stick my entire army on him. There we go. Down he goes. The idiots are standing in the green circle, and it's probably my fault, let's be honest. I didn't tell them not to. So they're going to stand in there. We've got the poo trousers, so these trousers literally give you the ability to reach into the seat of your pants and pull out something that is certain to alarm your enemies. These pants let you throw poo at the enemies. So, meme pants if I've ever seen them, but they are amusing. Okay, we found a new belt. Will be slightly less armor on this, but I kind of don't care. The attack speed for the pets is... actually, 9% health is a pretty big deal. Maybe not. Maybe not. It'd be fine either way, I think, but I'll keep the blue ones. Okay. Old mate here, Elder Matthias, just gave us this. Bone Talisman. Now, what we are not going to tell his friends is that he gave it to us. We're going to tell his friends that he died heroically fighting off the hordes of the undead, and when I found him, there was no talisman. The undead must have taken it off his body. That's the story we're going with. And I don't want to hear anything else from anybody else, okay? No one rat on me. The relic we get from lying to them about it, though, is quite good. I'm not going to say it's required for this build, but it definitely will make the transition to Albrecht's Aether Ray a fair bit easier. Okay, Explorer's Footpads. That's a new pair of boots. Dominators is also quite good, so let's do that thing where all the pets die. Explorer's Boots, same armor, more move speed, 5% XP gain though. So these are quite good boots. The Aether resistance loss, I kind of don't care at this point in the game, but the bleeding I also don't care because we're well over cap. Dominators is a pretty good prefix. This one, I think I am going to swap this out. So total speed, really good for your pets, but more importantly, physical resistance is amazing for the player. So if you can't stack huge amounts of armor, which is actually pretty difficult to do early on, then stacking physical resistance from dominators or formidable prefixes is the next best thing you can do. As long as we're in town, we may as well get rid of all of this stuff. That I'm actually going to use. And the rest of this can kind of stay. Actually, don't need that shield either. Alright, the really annoying thing about swapping your metal over is not only do you have to change the component, but we also have to put a new movement rune on and rebind it, just to be extra irritating. So I'm going to continue on here. I'm not in a super hurry to get the relic here, so I don't really need to go turn that quest in right now. I'm not exactly burning through energy at this point. So that's fine. Also, we're not going to use it until we make the swap anyway, because the relic I actually want to use is it Blade Dancer Talisman? Something like that. To let me dual wield, get an extra skeleton, all that fun stuff. Alright. So this section here, this is all the bees. You can go in here. I'll go in. I wasn't going to because I definitely have enough royal jelly. But you can come in here. There's... Where are they? Here we go. There's wasp nests. You can click on these. Sometimes drop royal jelly. All of the hero bees, so if you see one with a star above its head, like whoever this one is, Scarprax, kill him. He's got a chance to drop royal jelly. Looks like he didn't, but could have. And then if you come over this way, the Grand Queen, sorry. My apologies, Your Majesty, I forgot your title. Ronaprax will drop between 1 and 3, so you're pretty much guaranteed one. I think you are guaranteed one every time you kill her. I've got 2. Also picked up a weapon blueprint. And if I was playing a different build, this would be really good as well. Looking at the stats on it, specifically resistances. That might actually be worth using. I'd have to go play with components. I don't want it that badly. So I've got 5, but however many you have, you need at least 3, and you're not guaranteed to get 3 in here, but you should easily get 3 in here. Looks like I only got 2 in the actual hive, but there are other beehives as well. So if you don't get this, you can either reset and come and do this again, or you can just wait. The quest turn-in is right next to a rift gate, so it's not too hard to do it later. Okay, so Ruined Shrine here. Frozen Heart. There we go. Go ahead and sell that. Now, pants here. Vigorous of Arcane Winds is good, but these Mistwalker leggings are definitely better. So I'm going to swap those, and I do still need that piercing resistance, especially as we're going into Cronley's gang territory, I guess we'll call it. Every single time you hear a pew 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 kind of noise, that's piercing damage being thrown your way, and you definitely need to resist it, especially as your pets are not quite yet fast enough to keep up with you. So if you see, I run faster than the pets, so they get further and further and further behind, and then they kind of teleport forward, but then when they teleport forward, they stop. So you always end up being a little bit in front of them. Which means you're basically going to be scouting with your face. Okay, once we get to this rift gate, what we do is we head back to the Arcovian foothills here, and we get ourselves a new bag, which is nice. And also, don't tell them about the relic. Okay, so, new bag. There we go. Lovely. And Graven here, look, I'm really sorry, mate. I found your elder, but the talisman, maybe I just didn't know what it looked like, but mate, it's not there. Wasn't there. Sorry. It's here now. So we get 5% to all of our stats for now. And we can put this on. This 100% extra all damage does not apply to your pets. So this is basically worthless for this character at this point in time. But later, that will be very, very useful. Was it 20 energy a second or something? Let me have a look at that. 20 energy per second for 10 seconds, so it just gives you 200 energy or so. And then also increases energy regeneration by 30%, which that's not too much now. Where are we actually? Energy regen, top of the second page. Yeah, so that'd be another 7 a second, so 27 times 10 is 270 energy. It's not amazing now. It'll be much better later. Okay, so here's Hiram. He wants us to kill a troll. That's fine, we can kill the troll for him. No problems at all. Here's the troll. And we just pretty much stand here and let the boys go to work. Definitely don't want to get hit by that big wind-up, so I'm going to stay back a little bit. And we lost 2 skeletons. I think we actually only lost 1, and then the second one died either as he was dying or not long after. Let's go back and turn that in. I think we may have enough reputation here. Actually, no, we stole the relic, so Ava here doesn't want to talk to us. That's alright. We can go do a few more quests, and then Ava will be our best buddy. Alright, into the mine. Now I always go in the mine, you could also go up that way. If you go into the pit, be ready to die. You may not, you may be fine, but Rick by Protoss and Ascidian are in there, and they're, you know, a little bit scary. Boris is in there as well, which could be an issue, but Boris is not anywhere near as scary. Alright, there's level 23. Now, Skellies are already completely maxed out. So we're going to put points into the bar here. Checking for what's-his-face with his Whittle Rat. It's not Martin. Moneybags is in the next area. Anyway, we'll find him here in a second. He's going to be in this next little area. So if I just stand here, you guys gonna... Nope, nope, they are not. Okay, here he is anyway. It's Hallian. There we go. So Hallian and his Whittle Rat, they're going to tear my pets to pieces. Honestly, I don't really need to fight these guys. So I don't think I will. It's going to be a pain running around in circles, frantically trying to resummon all the pets. And it's just kind of not worth. So we'll just leave and resummon the army out here. Go ahead and eat that as well. And I'm starting to save up my stat points. I think I want a decent chunk of spirit. But I don't want to spend it just yet, because I'm not really spending much in the way of energy. And I'm also not doing any damage myself, so any magical damage percentage that I would get from having all that extra spirit kind of just doesn't matter, because I don't cast any spells. Just stand next to the forge and let them blow it up while they're trying to kill me. Classic. So you can see all these guys, all their guns, it's all piercing damage, and I'm scouting it with my face, as I mentioned, so yeah, pierce resistance, pretty important. Alright, the Eyes of Flame. Worthless. Worthless for this character. So, basically a bunch of fire damage, which, if I wanted to hit things, I guess it's technically extra damage. Alright, let's get the boys over here and take out Madman Wilcox. He's just standing there, completely immune to damage, which is incredibly annoying. As soon as it wears off, he dies instantly, but until then, not so much. Of Destruction. What was that first one? The helmet. Mighty of Incantations. Okay, sure. Let's go ahead and take that out. And now all we have left is basically Cronley. So we'll head into Cronley's lair. There is a devotion point, and speaking of devotion points, I should probably spend that one. I'm going to take the... you know what? I'm going to take the physical resistance first. I don't want to get too far in front of my pets, so more movement speed, while yes, it would be nice. What are we up to? Would be nice, it would actually cap my movement speed, but I'm already running faster than my pets and kind of outrunning them. So I'll take the physical resistance first, and then next point, which, I mean, honestly, it's just around the corner anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But we can take that next point over here. Devastating and the Brimstone. So we've got 2 pieces of that set now. Should have played a Demolitionist. I've already done that. Already done the Pistol Purifier. And it was fun at times and absolute torture at others, but overall, decent. Alright, new rift unlocked. Oh, this is a 2-hander. Okay. Yeah. Very nice. So, Cronley's hideout. We have a Spirit Totem. We have a Ruined Shrine. We have a boss fight at the end. And we have... actually, the fight that I'm more worried about is Moneybags. Moneybags has this annoying habit of throwing a whole bunch of fire on the ground, shredding your pet's resistances, which are already basically 0 on this build, because this is not going to be a pet build, and then absolutely tearing them to pieces. And then you're left on a pet build with no pets to fight a very scary boss. So I am much more worried about fighting Moneybags than I am about fighting Cronley. And I've dodged a bullet here, but that just means that there's 2 more places where I am going to have to fight him. Okay, Corpse Lick here needs to die. Got him. Alright, awesome. Lifesteal Oil, pretty good. May end up using that, actually. Not anytime soon, because we don't do any kind of weapon damage on our spells or anything like that. But pretty good nonetheless. I don't know why I'm doing this, it's literally not saving any time at all. Okay, we'll go down into the pit here. Got some ghosts to kill. Hopefully they'll drop us some ectoplasms. Ideally I'd like to have a couple of those on hand. And we'll also obviously have the Devotion Shrine. There we go. Alright, let's finish up the Sailor's Guide. Cool beans. Alright. We've also just hit friendly with the Rovers, which means I can go and turn in the Royal Jelly. And that'll get us a blueprint and a bunch of regen potions, which will be mildly useful. And we can fight all these guys as well, I guess. So we're about to run into all of the Aether section. So all these guys with fire damage and stuff, they're about to stop spawning. And we're going to get a whole bunch of people with Aether shoulders. You guys for real? Really? You're just going to stand behind the wall and blow the wall up? Okay, that's fine. So, we're getting a lot of Aether enemies now, which kind of sucks because you can't ever really be sure if the Aether on the ground is yours or your pet's. So this is the second place that Moneybags can spawn, and he's not here, which means I know exactly where he is. It's actually in the place where I don't want to fight him, so that's going to be fun. And if we had not killed Dureni back in Act 1's town, he would be here, and he would be someone we would have to fight to get through this door. Fortunately, I did kill him back in Act 1, so I don't need to worry so much about him. Well, actually, I don't need to worry at all about him, because he's dead. Merrick the Aether touched. Yep, he's dead. So we'll work our way through here. Also, if you don't have any... If you didn't have enough royal jelly, you can potentially get some from here. I wouldn't count on it. It's kind of normal for me, I think, to not get them, but they do potentially drop here. Not in here, but out there from the bees. You've also got a decent number of the wasp nests. So it looks like I'm not going to get any, but there is still a chance. Very small chance. This is the last spot. There we go, I got one. So definitely can drop, but it's very unlikely. Free dynamite though, that's nice. Okay, so I know, because I haven't found Moneybags up to this point, I know he's going to be in this room right here. So I'm going to clear out around the area. And then we're going to come up on him from sort of this way. He's about here. So we'll go ahead and kill these guys. And unlike the Reaper that I'm also playing at the moment, the Ascended shoulder pads here are converting elemental damage that I don't do into Aether damage that I will do. The Ascended shoulder pads also actually do have 7 or 8% increased armor percentage. So if we have a look here, this one's got 7, I think it goes up to 8. But they both have elemental and chaos. This one's got a little bit of pierce as well, so let's go ahead and swap that over. And then I believe for the helmets, the Aether helmet has Aether resistance on it, and the Chaos one has Chaos resistance on it. So, oh, I actually have one. Yeah, see, I was correct. I'm going to put that on and actually make that a permanent thing. Aether resist, especially for this fight, is quite useful, whereas Chaos resistance will be more useful after Homestead. So, 69, very nice. Percent Aether resistance will help very much with killing Cronley. Unfortunately, we have to kill Moneybags first, and Moneybags does fire damage, which, I mean, already capped out, so that's cool. So I'm going to see if I can't tank away from my pets, so as I can get him to not murder all my pets. Seems to be working. There we go. Level 24 as well, so now we get a few more points into the Blight Fiend. So the Teddy Bear gets a little bit bigger, a little bit more stuffing. Good stuff. Also, Moneybags drops Dynamite. I didn't see if he actually dropped one this time, but I'm pretty sure he is similar to the Royal Jelly. He drops 1 to 3 every time you kill him. It might be 0 to 3 with him though. I have it in my head that I have killed him and not got any before. So that's definitely a possibility. Okay. Send the pets in, kill the Aether Crystals. First time you're in here, first time you fight Darius Cronley, he wants to talk. So, up to you if you want to go through all of his conversation pie. I'm probably going to skip it. I also kind of want to wear one of those. Anyway, yeah, something like that die. Now, he's going to put up a shield pretty quickly in the fight. There's his shield, so we're going to kind of run around. I am giving my pets pet attack commands to try and get them to kill the Aether Crystal. There we go. Now, unfortunately, he throws Aether out all the time, constantly. These little crystals go off every, like, 3 or 4 seconds. And so any of your melee pets are going to just melt. So it turns out I should have been more worried about fighting Cronley than I was about fighting Moneybags, because all the pets are dead. That's alright, we'll just resummon them pretty much on cooldown. And they will eventually wear him down. And we've got to get rid of the crystals though. And then his shield's down, so we can put a hurting on him now. Now obviously a lot of the pets are immediately dying in all of this Aether, and his shield's back up as well, which is incredibly annoying. Okay. All the pets taking a beating, but that's alright, he's down. Doesn't have a crystal up anymore, and his little zombies will die on their own. Okay, Cronley's Signet, potentially, is a really nice ring. We will get absolutely nothing out of these skill bonuses. However, 41% pierce resistance and 11% elemental resistance is considerably better than that Lawkeeper's band, and then this also has some extra health on it. So I believe this comes with about 20% pierce resistance as standard, and then the impervious prefix there is adding some more. And then Butchery, I want to say, is the Phantasmal Blades, the Vitality, and the Bleeding damage, but however it actually shakes out, I am going to use that ring as soon as I find where it is. There it is. So I'm going to chuck that on. We can take that one off. Also, now that I have Soul Shards, I'm going to want to put those on my rings. So one on there. And before I leave, I need to make sure that I go out the back door here and get the Rift Gate, because if I don't, then guess who gets to do Cronley's Lair again? That's right, what has two thumbs and doesn't want to do Cronley's Lair a second time? This guy. Can kill a few extras though, why not? So, you have to make sure you come out the back door, make sure you get the Rift Gate, otherwise you're going to have to run through Cronley's Lair again, either without logging out, in which case you're running through an empty lair, or you can log out back to character select and then you have to kill everything again, which, I mean, it's worth XP and loot, which is good, but extra stuff to kill. Alright, let's head back to town. We've got some selling to do. I also want to put a soul shard on this ring, so I'm going to keep the item. And soul shard on there. And then in terms of other items to change, I am tempted by the nether crown, but I think I would rather keep the ascended cask here. That 6% physical resistance on spectral binding is very, very nice. And plus 3 to spectral binding is giving me a chunk of health as well, so I'm pretty happy keeping that. I think I'm probably going to sell these. I'll hang on to one of them, but otherwise I think we're done with these. So I'm going to sell the one that has the lower resistances. I don't need that set of boots anymore. I'm going to keep this belt for now, but the rest of this I think is kind of no good anymore. The next thing I need to do is go and turn in the quests. Because we killed Cronley and we blew up all the forges and all the rest of that, we're now best buddies with... actually, what was that metal? We're now best buddies with the Rovers. Yeah, you can keep that one. So it's worth talking to them, but also we have a relic to make here. So I think we can, yep, respected with Devil's Crossing. We want to buy, where is it? Bladesworn Talisman. There we go. Now we need level 25 to actually use this, but one Bladesworn Talisman, for which I need a Resilient Plating, for which I need 2 more Scavenge Plating. So let's go buy those, assuming they have them. One. You got another one? Doesn't have one. How rude. Okay, fine. Well, we have some more conversation pie to eat, so we'll go and do that. Alright, we've also got some other quests to turn in, so we can go and do that while we reset the vendors here. Reset the merchants. So, old mate here. I've destroyed the forges. What did you have in mind? Yes, 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 absolutely. Already done it all. Thank you, mother, for the rabbits. And you have some injured men. I'm not sorry. Anything I could do to help. Here's some royal jelly. Thank you very much. Level 25. Okay. So at level 25, this is probably as far as I'm going to go into the Necromancer tree. What you can do is just pump a whole bunch of points into Blightfiend until we get there. But I'm actually going to lock in Spellbinder and put a point, maybe 2 points, into Iskandra's Elemental Exchange. So that's just added basically 50 flat elemental damage to the pets. You can see up here the Iskandra's Elemental Exchange buff on the Blightfiend there. So they've all got glowing hands now for more damage. And ideally I would prefer to have Aether damage on them, but yeah, it's whatever. More damage is more damage at this point in the game. We don't have resistance shredding, we don't have huge percent modifiers to one type of damage yet, so that's fine. What we do have, hopefully, is another scavenge plating. How do you not have one? Okay, alright. That's fine. There's merchants here. We can go over here and talk to the merchants. Someone will have another scavenge plating, and then we can get another skeleton. We did just hit 25 as well, which means we can use that relic. How do you not have one either? Okay, no, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. What about you? Surely you... No, not you. You. Surely you've got one. You don't have one either. Okay, well, we've been gone for a little while, so back to Devil's Crossing. And we'll see if they have one. You guys got a new shipment, right? There we go. Okay, now we're done. The other thing I need to do is I want to melt the shield. It is a nice shield, however I need this add-on for my second weapon here. Alright, we've got everything we need for the Bladesworn Talisman, so let's go ahead and make that. Bladesworn Talisman, Resilient Plating, SIL, done, delete, Bladesworn, done, chuck that on. Now we're dual wielding. Alright, so what do we gain out of that? Well, we got bonus to all pets there, 8% more physical resistance for them. The physical converted to Aether, we already had 100% from here, so that actually does nothing. But the 21% Aether resistance for the pets would have been really useful to kill Cronley. But we also got +3 to raise skeletons. We also got another +3 to Iskandra's Elemental Exchange, so now we're up to +8, which is actually a decent chunk of flat elemental damage. The other thing we could do at this point, and the other thing I'm actually going to do it at this point, we've got 10 skellies now, which is nice, and they are also 24 out of 16. So we've got some pretty beefy skeletons at this point. But we can make them better. I do have to check the map, though, because I'm not 100% certain exactly where Primordian is. I think he's at the Foggy Bank Rift and then into one of these caverns. Let's actually... Nope, that's the wrong cavern. Sorry, I've just got Grim Tools on the other screen here. Not that one either. Is he... Surely not. Savage Totem. There he is, Primordian. Okay, so he is actually in the Foggy Bank. So let's head to the Foggy Bank. And he's in the north section. So don't worry about over here. He's not in there, he's in here. Primordian has an amulet that also has a buff to Iskandra's Elemental Exchange. I think he also has +1 to Occultist, I think, on that amulet after a certain level. Don't quote me on that. I'm just going from memory, which doesn't always work. But we can go through here. We can tear up all these guys. They're all level 12. And Primordian should be just up here. So Primordian is a little bit scary. Not super scary, but a little bit. Here he is. Level 15, he should drop us a level 18 amulet. Putrid Necklace, there it is. So another +2 to Iskandra's Elemental Exchange, some actually really nice resistances and health, and then 8% crit and offensive ability to Iskandra's Elemental Exchange, and we got a pet prefix on that. So, very, very happy with this. I will be losing the Shambler's Heart, which, I'm going to be honest, I don't care. All those buffs to Iskandra's Elemental Exchange, another +2 levels. We're at +8 on this already. 110 flat elemental damage. That's pretty good. It's not Aether damage, but it's still pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and swap that Wardstone over. Actually, a Wardstone at the moment does literally nothing for us, so I'm not going to put that on. Instead, I think I'm going to go and get an Aether Soul. So, Aether Souls come from Devil's Crossing, I think. Is it this one? This one. Yeah, Aether Soul. So, Aether Souls are going to give you percent Aether damage, which we like, although it doesn't apply to the pets, so not really useful yet. However, you take less damage from Ethereals and Aether Corruptions, which is very, very nice. We are also kind of at the point where we could use one on the metal as well, but I think we'll leave that for now. So, Aether Soul, for which we need Wrathstones and Ectoplasms. You can actually craft Ectoplasms if we get to that point. So, an Ectoplasm, it's going to use a whole bunch of crystals from memory. Yeah, crystals and a Soul Shard, but we don't need to make these just yet. So Aether Soul is one of the better components to get. Definitely recommend getting your hands on this as soon as you can. And there we go. So we've got a decent little base here for Peppermint. We've got 10 pets. They're doing a ton of extra damage from that 1 point in Iskandra's Elemental Exchange. I mean, 16% attack speed to Iskandra's. And then this one up here, offensive ability and crit damage. It's pretty good. However, that is going to be the end of episode number 2. So I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.